Okay. So the problem, okay, there's like there's a window and there's like two OBSs up, so trying to close one of them. But anyway, so this is for a little bit of Kev. I was going to Kev stuff, but like, you know what? Let me just try this. Anyway, let me just shut up. Also, please go and vote. Still, this for I'll hold the I figured out like next Tuesday, Tuesday for everyone to do to, to figure out what game everyone want to play. But anyway, let me just shut up. Uh, there was a light in the back cabinet of the helicopter that was spreading through the sky. The rotating sound, wait, the roaring sound of its raven wings, no, wings cutting through the air. It was a device of unknown origin and affiliation. Oh gosh, okay, words. Oh gosh, okay. There was a light in the back of the cabinet of the helicopter that was spreading through the sky, roaring yada yada. Okay, I read the same thing. The black wait the faint black light on a tablet a displayed a map or a map of the area below it. T further Oka City, whatever, something, a rural landscape as far as the eye can see. It was a 10 kilometer area centered around a circular wait no a certain wait a, s- yeah circular road in the countryside. Hello. What wait, what, okay uh unfamiliar familiar fingers ran over the tablet, making it display making it display a detailed data with every tap.
対象 A は徒歩で南下を続けている。
She was in a clad lab coat. Oh yes, lab coat. Woo! She was in a clad lab coat that seemed out of a place in a tight space, and her perfectly postured yeah no wait her perfectly uh positioned body was hidden underneath it. Oh, good. Yo, is what kind of game am I going into? Her face, wait, no, wait. Her eyes lit lit profound wisdom, a a truly sobering beauty, covered by the wait, yeah, okay, wait, covered by the rough exterior of an armored machine. Tokino Yoshimi, Yomi, Yomisi, wait, wait, Yoms, something. Had an aura about her that that made her hard to approach, like a soldier guarding something extremely dangerous. Yo, whew! Oh my goodness! I'm starting to sweat over here, yo. The girl with the lab coat, okay, Tokyo, what? Tokyo was was not in the military. However, she was a scientist, and her lack of malice was due to her constant handling of chemicals and other experimental material. The level of okay, okay, the level suddenly tilted to one side. The ghost helicopter banked to the left, starting to lose starting to lose altitude. The sound of its roaring wings reached the town, which was dark and silent as you expect from a nightmare rural wait okay wait as you expect from a nighttime rural hub. Words. Okay, it was rather old among the helicopters created by the American Bell aircraft company, and no, wait, no, okay, wait, aircraft corporation, not a corporation. In 1956, a half a century has passed since its maiden flight, but the utility helicopter still saw use all over the world. Japan was no exception. You could see it used both. Okay, you can see it used by both S no wait wait, JSDF and citizens. Okay, the Japan Special Force. Wait, Japan Special. I think it's Special Department Force or something like that. Or no, wait, it's Japan Special Defense Force. I think there you go. Hmm. The machine flying through Osaka sides had taken off. Had taken off on a yeah, okay, had taken off had taken off a police helipad, but unlike police helicopters, which were silver and blue and sky blue in color. This one was a simple gray was wait this one was a simple blue gray. It melted into the darkness, showing no signs, no colors, demoting its affiliation, as if it meant to be hidden. Calling it a ghost was no exaggeration. Give given no thought to the turbulence due to the change in attitude, Toka touched the screen and wrote down the predicted route to the target.
天川にかかった白大橋、全長約1キロ。その先は奥島市の都心部まで一本道だ。
Okay, Okasaka was the largest. Oh, whoa, okay, okay, was the largest town in perfection, perfection. Uh, but it but it but it only had a population of 260,000. Excuse me. It was a little more than a general rural town. I just happened to have a developed area around the station. The fact that it wasn't a major city, okay, yeah, a major city, was a silver lining, but it was the but if the target reached the heart of the town, casualties would still be great. It was basically an illness or perhaps an allergy. Alle- oh, wait okay, it was basically an illness or perhaps an allergy or something within human society. If left alone, if left alone, it would become a poison to the world. It would become a poison that would erode both society and the current order. Thus, it had to be dealt with as soon as possible. So what are we going for? The group took us belong to where people specialize with dealing with such tasks, such as just as medical would be treated. Just as medicine would be used to treat standard sickness, they would cure the things plaguing society.
ということだ、翔くん。ステージの準備を始めよう。
Okay, so what do we go? Okay, the helicopter's cabinet had two rows of seats. Toka sat in one. So I sat in one closer to the back, while the one near the front was occupied by two people who looked like mere civilians, and they were girls. Uh, the girls who wore the uniforms unique. The girls who wore the uniforms unique unique to a certain educational facility. The red and white made it clear that like Toka, they weren't neither police nor JSDF. Oh, hello. I like you. I already like you. I already like you. She's got the fan. She's. Oh, I can only imagine her voice. Oh, please be a queen. Please have a queenly voice. The one the one on the left was Miss what Mitro Kobaya. She gracefully hit her mouth with her closed fan and giggled with a bell like voice.
時の先生、ステージだなんて、そんなおっしゃりよう。はし
Yeah,
たないですわ。
okay. Yes. The what up what this fits. This voice fits.
そうかね。君たちの晴れの舞台には違いあるまい。外で羽を伸ばせて、嬉しいのだと思っていたんだがね。
Tucker cracked a beast-like smile. It doesn't suit her. It didn't suit her Sagirus appearance whatsoever. She was quite excited. Her interest as a doctor, her interest as a doctor, curiosity as a scientist, checking on the results of the experiment, and the arousal as a woman about to hunt down her prey had all overwhelmed her. Yo, she's oh god, yo, something help. However, Tokni knew she was more than a little. What she was more. What she wa- what okay. She knew she was little more than a bit a bit player. Like any other time, she was just there as a supervisor to deal with unexpected circumstances. The girls were the stars of the show, and tonight's performance would lead them to yet greater heights they strive toward.
まあ、ひどい言い草ですこと。おとなしさん、あなたからも先生に何か言って差し上げたら？無駄話はそこまでにして、気を引き締めなさい。
Okay,
私たちには、なすべきことがある。
okay. She reminds me a little bit of Natsume. She reminds me a little bit of Natsume. Okay. So we're going through the character develop stuff. Mm. The black haired girl uh defied voice came right through from right wait came right from the heart wait came from right from her heart and ended the terrifying moment the terrifying moment. The ghost swooped downward right flying right above the large bridge. Excuse me. Mm. Flying whoa okay flying so low above an urban area at night was utter madness, but the pilot handpicked from from the JGSDF uh it did it did it did it without any change in its expression. However, the descent was fast, and the descent was as fast as a free fall, and the air currents and the air currently and air currents and air currents caused by flying close to buildings were fierce, so the machine shook wildly. It was it was akin to a leaf caught in a whirlwind, so the passengers had to hold on tight. Any normal person would expect would expect them to scream, but they didn't show a hint of fear. Instead, they looked outside, glaring at their target in the darkness far below. Mm. It okay. It was a beast like silicone, whatever that was spreading southward on the iron bridge that was illuminated by the city's lights. it was a it was a shape. Oh, it's a shape. Okay, wait. Its shape was humanoid. Uh, okay, I'm guessing somewhat human, but it could not be but it could not have been a but it could not have been a human. Humans couldn't run that fast. Hmm. Target A had extended wait had okay Target A had extended the projected speed and already arrived at the Shino Bridge. The other side was just 900 meters away. Uh, okay, there we go. They okay, but they had less than a couple of minutes before it made it to the other side, and and that and that meant they didn't have a moment to lose. The ghost helicopter sped up and quickly flew above the wait and quickly flew above the other end. Okay, wait, what? Okay. There was no place for it to land, but the pilot knew that, so he simply brought the helicopter to ground level above the riverbank.
急げ。市街地へ入る前に阻止しろ。
Oh yes, look at our girls. Look at them girls. Anyway, okay. Okay. Urged by Tokumi, Saki put her right hand over her hair to prevent it. Okay, I'm guessing over to her hair. To prevent it from becoming a mess due to the rotation to the rotor's wind pressure. Then jumped to the ground. She stood tall and proper. Saki gave the impression of a strong wait of a s- of a s- of a struck what stug bow. It almost felt like her pressure alone changed the very air around her. Mm. Mito, okay, Mitori, Mitro or whatever, elegantly stood right next to her. It didn't look like she was tense. Indeed, wait, okay, wait, it didn't look like she was tense. And instead, she had impressed smile on her face, which was quite unlike the one she usually wore when simply chatting in the classroom.
玉緒の方が適切だったでしょうか。同じことだよ。サク、君がいる以上は。
Angel note. Okay, well, I like that name though. Okay, whoa. Oh goodness gracious. Okay, the amount of dispatches. Wait. The amount of these dispatches had increased recently. This was the 17th in just half a year, and 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 uh and Saki didn't know whether it was an ill omen or a blessing in a very tricky disguise. Whatever the case, she knew she would have to think of it later, no matter the situation. When something important happened, Saki or Oshi whatever, never forgot her duties.
サク
What Tokino didn't even have to warn her. Had already seen it with its had already seen it with its hands on the ground like a beast. This what this what this whatever ran forward, bent like a shadow in flight. Wait, wait, bent like a shallow sw- wait, bent like a swallow in flight. Okay, I know I'm probably reading this wrong. Mm. And its eyes is wait, and it's fixed. Wait, and it's fixed. Its eyes burning with hatred at the girls before it. there was no telling what it sensed or okay wait there was no telling what it sensed one way or another. However, it understood that it understood that they were mortal enemies before the fight even began. So it focused all wait wait so it focused all of its murderous intent on them. Okay, there you go. Target A transformed a okay wait target A transformed into a bullet and shot forward. It would it w- it would close it would close okay it would close the 100 meters in mere seconds and reap the lives of the ones in its way. Excuse me. The its solo its solution whatever may have been humanoid humanoid, but 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 it was nothing. But it was now nothing. But it was now nothing but a beast, a Malak Tumor that had both the intellect and power of a leopard. No more, no, wait, no new, no normal human, especially not your usual unarmed girl, stood a chance against it. Excuse me. Despite that, both Saki and Mato showed no fear before the speeding beast.
それでは、幕を開けるといたしましょう。ミトリはまだ3度目でしょ。少
Okay,
しは緊張しなさい。
uh, come on.
時の先生のおっしゃる通り、今夜はせっかくの晴れ舞台。私、小娘のように浮かれておりますわ。セット
Uh,
We are such stuff as dreams are made on.
okay. I liked a little bit of English that we got going on.
Type the Tempest 7. ラン
The spears released in contract with a dancing fan were were too fast for the naked eye to perceive, with the speed greatly suppressing no, wait, surpassing that of of the murderous beast. They passed they passed the 100 meters and a flash, hitting their mark with unmatched perception. As Myrtle, feeling confident, closed her fan. The man beast speeding through the bridge like a black like a black wind suddenly lost its balance. Damn. Mm. Its speed was its own downfall. The man beast collapsed and hit the ground, kicking up dust around it. It then tried to stand up, but no amount of struggling was enough. It seemed like it seemed to be almost bound by invisible spears. Yeah, damn.
最初から派手すぎよ、ミトリ。あなたらしいけれど。
Mm, mm. Yeah. She's somewhat having no mercy, but again, I like. I hope she's romanceable. I hope she's romanceable because the elegantness and the fan. Good. That's what got me going right now. The fan.
久しぶりでしたもので、つい力が入りすぎてしまったようですわ。
Like okay, the fan and the queen like behavior, but she reminds me of somewhat of Natsume a little bit. I can just I have that feeling. Uh, s- uh, Squinting a bit, she opened her fan, covering her mouth, laughed. The long hair of refined beauty, re, resemblant of Japanese dolls, had surprising strong nerves.
では楽しんできたまえ。君らのステージを。
Saki had no intention of listening to her dear teacher in that regard. There'll be no enjoyment. There'll be no enjoyment here. No, she would simply fulfill her role.
人々のノーブルたらんことを。
All must be noble. All must be no. Okay, I can already tell this is what I'm gonna like this.
どんな自分になりたいだろう。それは、とてつもなくありきたりの問いかけだ。夢見ることは誰にでもできるが、現実は冷酷極まりない。眠るウサギを亀が追い抜いていくというおとぎ話は、つまるところ、眠らないウサギに亀では勝てないという厳然たる事実の証明なのだから。だからこそ、音無し策は、より高く、より先を恋願う。かつてを振り向いたところで意味はない。絶えざる歩みで、一途に、一心に前進を続ける。
Okay.
そんな自分でありたいと、今この瞬間も思っている。きっと、どんなものにも追いつけるように。
Um. Okay. Okay. Hello, lady. Come on. Okay. Part one. The curtain rises. All right. Okay. Okay. Now this is great. I like this. They like the little parts and shit like that, and a little title. Time.
時間こそが私の味方だ。
Oh my god.
季節は移ろう。尖れたものは錆びてゆく。刻まれた言葉も
Oh, who's that
やが
voice?
て忘れられる。
Oh my god, who's that fucking? I know that voice.
変化という名の堂々巡り。忘れない私はただ一人。ひたすら前へ歩き続ける。
I know this fucking voice. I know this voice. I know this fucking. I swear I know this voice. I know it. Oh, okay, 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 okay. Uh, I, 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 I reminisce about the sky. I gazed up. I gazed up. At long ago. Young fingers. Okay, good. Young fingers had pointed at a rainbow. Okay, wait. At a rainbow decorating. Wait, decorating it. The verbal colors had been sliced through the sky and impressed me. Inspired me back. Inspired me to dash toward it. I had I had dreams catching. I had dreams of catching up to that bridge in the sky. But since they became a mere vision of days lost.
それでは舞台の幕を上げよ
Oh, oh my goodness! Come on, get just give me something good. A small town popped out amid the simplest, the simple yet endless countryside. It did not. It didn't feel like it belonged. Instead, it appeared to be an ocean in wait yeah an ocean in a desert. Of course, excuse me, of course this was no desert, and the town was no ocean. This was the land. Wait, okay, wait. This was the land where Shino Nato, Natri would uh would would set the long awaited stage.
ところでご主人様、 いかがいたしましょうか。
Oh, hello. We got a maid. Oh, please be romanceable.
とはいえ、ようやくの約束の地でありながら、街並みを行き交う人の影はなく、密集したビルの淡いを抜ける風は冷たく乾く。いささか寂しすぎることは事実だな。
Oh my. The town the town which been constructed around the hotel and mall near the station had no wa- had both old and new buildings, probably due to the induction wait probably due to the inter city planning. It reminded me of Dale's painting, the holy and the corrupt, the new and the old mixed without a hint of organization, uh, but but it had a curious kind of beauty that tugged at my heartstrings.
ご主人様あの、ご主人様。おーい、この鬼畜セクハラ偉そばり。イシアの話を聞いていますか。お尻に石灰用マジカルスティックぶち込みますですよ。
Wow! Okay, I like you. I really like you. It was late at night, so the lack of people was natural. A stray, excited Sheena ran up to me, on, only to run away with its tail between its legs when our eyes met. Mm. Wild beasts living under the law of survival of the fittest had senses far more keen than a human. Surely it would be scared of the danger it smelled in me.
見られよ天上の主。ようやくここへたどり着いたのだ。宿命の糸を手繰り、あらゆる苦難を越えて、この約束された舞台へと。
Yo,
おお、麗しい月よ。いかなる時も安らぎを微笑みかけてくれた女神よ。これより先は、修羅の惨憺。落類の舞台劇なれば、どうか、しばし目を閉じて、
okay, just
安らかな夢にまどろみたまえ。
ご主人様。独り言も大概にしなければ、ぶっちゃけ打ち上げられた竜宮の使いよりも不気味です。イシア、すっかりドン引きしております。
it's funny. It's funny. Uh, our boy sitting there talking shit, yeah, talking shit like that. She's like, I don't get fucking paid enough for this.
うん、何か言ったかね。親愛なる我が次女よ。
はい。敬愛するご主人様、いかがいたしましょうか。と、ヒシアは申しました。
I li- I really like her. I really like her. She's becoming a gem for me right now. Just her putting up with her shit. Her name was Mori he's it was okay. It was an English style retro made uniform. Didn't make it obvious. She was a maid serving none other than yours truly, and quite a perfect one at that. Though no humans wait. Excuse me. Um, though no humans no wait though no human was free of flaws, hers was her lack of ability to read the mood. That's great.
ヒシヤ、今私のテンション的にちょうど山場なのだ。
Okay, Hishia, okay. Hishia.
ええ、まあ、個人的に、ご主人様の斜め上の山場など、 どっちでもいいと筆者は申しますが、
Yo, damn, girl.
それよりも、この先いかがいたしましょうか。いつまでも駅前で突っ立っているのは、筆者的にいかがなものであろうかと判断いたします。深夜でよかったと言いますか。昼間で誰かの視線があったら、即他人顔で逃げ出したいですが、自助的にはできないので、ゴールドをムカつくのです。
Ah,
ちなみに、ゴールドよりマシなのがシルバー、さらにちょっぴりなのがブロンズムカつくでございます。
though, though a great maid, she had a tendency to be quite dense.
この先どうするのか決まっているとも。私は行くべきところへ行き、なすべきことをなす。
A tea perfection, Oklahoma City was one of the largest areas in Chico. The town's flowers was sakura, and it's a special product. And its special product was what sachi, what sendachi, whatever. Okay, it was a preferred capital. Okay, wait, it was a professional capital, and had an airport according to this according to the census from 2010. It had a population of 200 263,500 5 540 out of 775. Wait, okay, wait. Out of the 775, 421 wait, 21, yeah, 21 in total in the entire prefect. By Japanese standards, it was rural, but compared to random places in Europe or the Middle East, it was quite urban. There were forests and wastelands one or 2 days away on foot. Goodness gracious. Anyway, um, Japan had over 100. Okay, wait. Japan had over 100 million people in in a reluctant small area. You could find convenience stores by walking in a random direction for just 10 minutes. So when you consider that, perhaps Japan was the abnormal. I mean, see, that's what I like about Japan. Japan is more like a 50. Okay, Japan's like a more like a 15-minute country. You know, you walk what 15 minutes, 15 minutes. You'll find stores. You'll find damn near everything in 15 minutes. You know, I would say in the city side anyway. Eh, Probably like the countryside. That's gonna be that might be a bit hard. Okay. Okeechobee was often the town of water. You would mostly see it okay. You would mostly see it as a PR on tourist pamphlets. However, it was no lie. It had a sea to the east, as well as a whole three rivers passing through it. The largest local event was the town dance that happened in the summer during Aben Aben. It was well known, both logical and what it was both okay, it was well known both logically and in other countries. Excuse me. Mm. The event was considered one of the three greatest festivals in Japan, and the 4 days during when it will be held, attracted a million visitors from Japan and beyond. It was said that the locals trained from wait wait excuse me. it was said that locals trained from a young age to prepare for the dance festivals and become their stars. Oh, goodness. Oh, okay. Ice. Uh, the three dance. Okay, wait. The dance steps there had 400 years of history to them, combined with the unique culture folk clothing. They memorized and united the observers like a divine ritual. I would have loved to have seen it, but unfortunately, I had no time to spare. Excuse me. There you go. Oh, okay. That's what. Okay. Hmm. I asked for someone with I had flame. Um, but anyway, Nato had something I had to do, and a sacred promise I had to fulfill.
時に我が信頼する次女よ。君に一つ疑問があるのだが。
はい、ご主人様。イシアに何なりとお尋ねください。
I went and asked a little question that had come to mind.
何故夜なのだろ
なぜとは面倒なので産業で説明を、と、イシアはお願いいたします。
Needless to say, to me, that was easier than catching a locust.
う。奥島市に着いた我々は、かの地へ向かわねばならない。しかるに我々の到着は早朝の予定であったと記憶している。今が深夜なのはどうしたことだろ
お見事です、ご主人様。産業で完璧に伝わりました。
Was he praised me with a smile adoring her face. God, what?
う。それほどでもあるが、私の才覚をもってすれば、他愛もないことだよ。わざわざ褒めるには値しない。それで、何故なのかね。
それは、ご主人様のおっしゃられた通りで、ということにございます。
うん。シアの返事は、時折全クエスチョンのごとく難解になる。
まあ、話すと長いですので。
簡潔に一行で頼もう。
予約する飛行機の便を間違ってしまいました。
Okay, I understood her explanation immediately.
素晴らしいね。見事だ、シア。
強越至極。
Why did you? What? Okay, what is going on here? I'm not understanding this. She stood upright, placed a hand to her chest, and smiled. Everyone makes mistakes. There was no reason to scold her over such a minor error. Uh, as the saying goes, time is money. Time is worth as much as gold. When you look at it that way, arriving a day early it isn't even a problem. There was something we had to think about, however.
深夜の街で、これから我々はどうするべきなのだろう。
We had to travel to our destination, but securing the means for that was hard at night. And since we planned to arrive in the morning, we hadn't reserved a hotel in advance. Lastly, standing in front of the station at night would was quite dull. My trusty, loyal maid replied to my question with a very American smug.
さあ、
Okay, I promises must always be kept. Perhaps perhaps they did not own perhaps they did not apply to the rest of the world, but to me, not to promise promises were solemn contracts and oaths before God. Even even mere verbal agreements had weight to me. Mm. Promises were the past. In simple terms, they were part of in simple terms, they were part of the path that made you to shun a promise was to deny the path you walked and okay, to shun a promise was to deny the path you walked and wait ridicule yourself as one not worthy of any faith. To one as great as I, promises were simply priceless, so I would set my very soul to fulfill them. Many would laugh at those who let their past blind them, and and I do believe that too is bold in its own way. But it wasn't something that I not to what I not to would promise what but it's not something that I senior not to would choose. I had no idea. Okay, wait. Okay, wait. I had no idea who I took after. It had an wait. It had been an obvious wait. It had been wait. It had to be an oblivious fool. Wait. Wait. It had to be an wait. Obstinate fool, but that was part of me as well. If I let that go, wait. Okay. If I let go of that, I would stop being himself. Thus, I must go. Not to when okay, he had a promise. Yeah, he had a promise to fulfill. It it was the very reason why I returned to this place in the distant east. Now, however, I had a problem. Hisra, Hisra and I uh, had planned to arrive at dawn, but a mistake made us appear too early. My convictions had left no room. Had wait, my conviction. Wait, okay. My convictions had no room for fear of gods, uh, Buddhism, justice, or false convictions of uh, of perversion, whatever. But the flow of time alone was quite difficult to handle. Perhaps I should have realized the mistake when we switched planes. While I was very sharp, I was almost very optimistic, uh, ignoring trivials.
そのあたりのぶっちゃけ大雑把なところは、さすがご主人様。筆師は見習いませんけれど。
ところで、名前は何と言ったかな。
名前まで忘れるのは、ご主人様の大雑把も大概に仕上がれです。これから向かうのは、天下はノーブルスクール、通称スクールと呼ばれております。
そう、それだよ。さすがは菱シだ。
ところでご主人様、駅からそれなりに歩いてきましたが、どちらへ向かっておられるのでしょうか。
もちろん、スクールへだ。
We st- we stood toward the promised land, walking on the right side of an automobile road that seemed endless, but with only the stars as our light. Mm. Waiting until dawn would have been dull, so I figured the best to take so I figured it'd be best to take a look at the place where we will be spending many days starting tomorrow. With every step closer, I grew more excited.
市街からほんの10キロ程度のはずだ。あと5キロも行けば、学園が見えてくるだろう。
筆者の記憶が間違っていなければ、例の場所は山の上にあったのではと。
平和な日本の治安と静けさを堪能しながら夜歩きするのも、たまにはいいものだろう。
ご主人様の趣味に付き合わされるこっちの身にもなりやがれと 筆者は思ったり言った。
A ominous sound broke through the night air.
事故でしょうか。
But the sound that came from had no amount of gun had no doubt wait, was no doubt gunfire. Well, um, something, anything. Okay. I dashed off before the echo even stopped. I headed for the I headed for the source of the sound fast enough to render to render the darkness, which had been slightly thinned out by the moonlight.
どうやら日本の治安というのも、それほどには当てにならなくなったらしいな。
The pitch blackness. Wait. The heightened pitched melancholy sounds all around. The intense smell of gunfire. The intense smell of gunfire. Smell? No, wait, oh no, oh, smell of gunpowder. Right, gunpowder. I thought it was gun. I thought it was gunfire. Uh, I was all too familiar with these things, and they were always a sign of impending danger. See, uh, on a slight curve of the road, in a place where vision grew more limited, I found a car that had been hit. That had hit the guardrail. It took it took wait it looked intentional. Mm. A large German car, painted black, and the tinted windows. It was a it, wa- it was a menacing combination that couldn't be possible. That couldn't be possibly be carrying common people. The sight before me was far more appealing than an accident. Oh, a, a group of armed men surrounded the vehicle like a pack of wild dogs around a wounded impact. Oh my yo, excuse me. Um, she's somebody's not having a good day right here. She is not having a good day. Eh, A woman who was clearly a passenger had a smoking gun barrel pointed at her that had to be the source of the sound. It had been fired to threaten her. The armed group hid their faces under their rubber masks. You would see on monsters in Hollywood films. It looked like a Halloween party, though though one too bloody and dangerous even for that holiday. Attacking an unarmed woman whilst armed and hiding your face was the height of shallowness. What second? Excuse me. Okay, I think I'm better now. Had a cough. Had to cough it out fucking hard. Or perhaps or perhaps they deserve praise for being well prepared for whatever wicked acts they were committing.
ご主人様、もう少し手加減して走っていただけないと、筆者は追いつくのが大変だと申します。
I'm sorry. His was slightly out of breath.
下級の事態だ。やむを得まい。
おや、カラシニコフを振り回して喜んでいる連中とは。
The group weren't armed. The group weren't armed with the new Nabi handguns used by local law enforcement. The form of guns alone was menacing. They were automatic rifles, the famous AK-47. Damn, yo, yeah, they packing big heat. The weapon created the weapon was created half a century ago in the Soviet Union, and its ease of use and endurance, which allowed it to operate when money when money made it a made it a common sight in regional conflicts all across the world. So we still got the weapon today. So Mm. I heard the manufacturer couldn't handle the society's hardships and went bankrupt due to the economic conflict. But but there were the but there were perfect copies being made all across the world, which had a tremendous which was tremendous to its reputation. Mm. There were over a million. There were over 100 million of them in the entire world, and many of them were were being used to shoot and kill sworn enemies at this very moment. The AK-47 was a powerful symbol of war. Yeah, yeah. I'd say probably that. Okay, I would say probably the AK-47 is probably probably the biggest. You know, um, you know, oh yeah, I would say okay. It would probably say like the biggest gun to use. Really, it's like I would say a child probably could handle it. Just pick it up, point and shoot. I mean,
7年ぶりの母国が小銃で武装したゲリラの跋扈する荒廃社会になり果てていたとはな。離れる前のジャパンといえば世界有数の治安を誇っていたのだが。
あの銃は、サッカー選手のボール、作家のワープロと同レベルに、ゲリラとテロリストのお友達と言われております。世界で一番安価な自動小銃、AK の入手は、お財布に優しく、その気になれば極東島国の抜粋ギャングでも簡単かと。
okay. the the uh, the the question had lost its value due to overproduction. I heard that in Nabe, one of Japan's most dangerous towns, you can get a box of six for a mere 30,000 yen with vendors behind every family glorious restaurant.
愛する祖国と人民のためにこの銃を生み出したかのミハイル・カラシニコフ氏が聞けば墓石の下で大いに嘆くに違いあるまい。
But this is no time to wax poetry about someone no longer with us. Whether the men whether the men were some terrorists looking for some money for ransom, or some cultists looking lost to fascism, it didn't matter to the victim whatsoever.
かくして、車両とその乗客の運命は、風前の灯火も同然と、
The location, the location was a general rural area, the optimal place for such wickedness. The sound, the both of the sound of the crashing car and the heavy echoes of the gunshots would be consumed by the night, making it unlikely that anyone would come to stop them.
それではご主人様、イシアはお伺いします。
There was only the there was only one possible answer to that question. I marched forward and stood above the armed men, with the armed group in the most casual manner. He instantly understood my intentions and simply accompanied me.
何をしているのかね
My unexpected appearance perplexed the group. Oh, come on. 10 minutes earlier. Ah, be noble. On the car's doors, there was the school emblem based on the character of heaven, and those words were written around it.
ノーブルたれ。
She vocalized that single word. Uh, Tekel, a noble academy, the noble must guide the wait the okay wait then the wait the, yeah, okay the noble must guide. The word spoke of those who with superior qualities should act.
良い言葉ですね。はい、同感です。
Wow. Okay, I like this. um okay. Yeah, yeah. Okay, look. Okay, this car looks freaking. Okay, okay. This car looks a little bit like a freaking from the interior. From the interior, it looks like um. Oh shit! I'll need to freaking find it. But actually, no, it doesn't. Hold up, no, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. This okay. This looks a little bit like a freaking Lexus inside. Um, uh, like a Lexus car inside a little bit, but I can't really tell. Um, because this right here and this on the back. It said okay, they said look like a German car, but I can't really say for sure. But anyway, I'm gonna cut it here. Thank you all for coming. At this at this long start. Um, uh I'm gonna try getting better at rating this stuff. My stupidness. I just say though, she looks again. Saki looks quite hot. Again, she reminds me of freaking Natsume a little bit. Just by the look, she reminds me a little bit of Natsume. Eh, But anyhow, I'll see you all later. Thank you all again for coming. Please like, subscribe, all that good stuff, and share the video. Um, I can't wait. Um, tell me what you all think about this. Also, please go vote and on YouTube. And so you can see, if y'all want to turn this into a every day into a every uh Tuesday to Tuesdays and Fridays thing, that's fine too. Um, but yeah, I'll see you all next time, and thank you for coming. I just did I say Tuesday and Friday? I think I said Tuesday. I'm not sure. But anyway, again, thank you for coming.